Alrighty, everybody. Welcome
Hey.
to the second season of your favorite podcast, your mom's favorite podcast,
And mine.
and Joe's favorite podcast.
It's a supersized beat.
Two dudes in a blue Subaru, gonna talk some shit and enjoy some food. If you don't like it, well, what you gonna do? Not quite sure, cause your team is boo. You're loving when I tell you something. As I'm eating this egg McMuffin, this shit is good for nothing, but you still listen. It's the Sowcast for fantasy. You don't know how, but you're still a stinking sow.
Listener.
And he is our first special guest that we have ever had. Joe, how does it feel?
I'm very honored, very excited, not only to share the cast with you, but also our food today.
That's what I like to hear. Since I asked Joe for requests and Joe kind of did some work, Joe, you want to explain what we got today for our food selection?
Today we're sitting in a CVS parking lot because the restaurant doesn't have any seating. We got some Alfonso's, which maybe you heard about, being viral on TikTok as the biggest and best mozzarella sticks in the world. And I'm not lying, Ben. They gave us 2 each, apparently.
You think though this is the
the zone?
My, hold that thing up. What in the world? That's a Danny D Mozzie right there.
No.
Wait, put that local. I'm not sure if they can see that whole thing. Oh my god. So we got a Mozzie stick. We also got an Alzone. Oh my.
Oh,
I just need to pick this up, I think, for a second and show
that
the
looks
crowd.
so good.
I'm gonna pick this up for a second. Look at that guy.
Oh, the poppers are in there. That's right.
And the poppers in the back, I'll bring those out when we do. That's like the after show. But the main thing is the Mozzie stick. I'm gonna put this back here.
Now the great thing about it is, when you go to a restaurant, you pay $12 for 6 garbage piddly little mozz sticks.
I forgot.
Here, I don't know how much these were this time, but when I got them last, it was $7.50.
It was $7.50 for 2. Hopefully that's
Suck
good.
my dick. That's
All right.
unbelievable.
I'll let you.
Let me put that in the
I'll let
middle.
you start to eat, and I'm going to
All
ask
right.
you the first fantasy question.
Yeah, let's do it.
As we get this going. Oh, the crunch, the crunchy crunch. I should have brought a plate. But Joe, we've been talking about rankings. A lot of rankings are coming out on our fantasy football page.
Yes.
Jake usually has some. Brad usually does. So what I did is I gave Joe every single team, screenshotted it, and sent it to him. He's gonna rank them for us 1 through 12. It's a good. I mean, it's a long process for Joe to do this for us, so I appreciate him doing it. But it was tough. I had to snapshot it to him, and Snapchat, and sent it on over.
Blacked out the names.
that's
They're
mine.
anonymous.
That's my Coke.
Oh, that is your Coke.
Joe's trying to take my Coke already. Things are just off the rails. Here, I don't know how I'm gonna eat this. Can you rip off that side of the box, maybe? So, just one moment, please, while we figure ourselves out. I feel like
You can edit this in post too.
I should be a
I think
little
that's what
more.
it's made for.
I feel like I can be a little more ready for stuff like this, but this thing's a mess. All right, but Joe, can
Good
you
luck.
start off with your?
Well,
Just keep going, however you want to do it.
yeah. So I guess we'll start from the bottom. Your predicted 12th team in the league has the quarterback Justin Herbert.
Oh,
They have pretty not great wide receivers, in my opinion. The running backs, I do like. Got Saquon Barkley and Nick Chubb. George Kittle at tight end. I don't know what round they went in. I don't love the pick. And that's about it. The bench isn't bad either. You'll have to see on Miles Sanders, have to see on Tyler Lockett.
do you want to guess who that is?
No, I don't. I don't want to upset people.
I'm not putting you on the spot. Who do you think that is?
I have no idea. I'm going to guess Brad.
It is Brad
It's Brad.
Cito's team. Wow, Brad.
I'm sorry, Brad.
He doubled down on that one. And I mean, I think you're right. Where I have that as a... So I did mine in tiers. I have bad tier, good tier,
Okay.
middle tier. Don't know why I said it in that order. But Brad, I put you on the lower tier as well. I feel like one thing that I saw was you had two of like this. You have two San Francisco players, Kittle and Ayuk. That's gonna be, if Ayuk's having a decent year, it's gonna be tough to decide to start him with Kittle. But you know, your average age of your players is lower than the last 10 years, so I congratulate you on that. But you're on the lower tier. I'm not gonna say you're last, but just lower tier for me. I think I'm gonna go with the key player for everyone, and I think your key player. I had a list and I don't have it anymore, but I think it was gonna be Darnell Mooney, because if he has a good season, you release Deontay Johnson and Darnell are gonna be PPR machines, so that's pretty nice. But other than that, you're getting a little dicey. So we'll see. Joe, you want to go to the?
Yeah, we'll go to the next one. My key would be Saquon Barkley there.
Oh, Saquon for him.
Yeah. I think he still got it. I wanted him, but didn't get him in my draft.
This thing is ridiculous.
How good is it?
Delicious.
Best mozzarella stick you've ever had?
It has to be. But also, like, how much cheese in this?
That's what I'm saying. It's like a pound of cheese.
Yeah.
Easily.
I'm gonna choke on it.
In 11th place, we're looking at Matthew Stafford, Terry McLaurin, Juju, Joe Mixon, Rashad Penny, Travis Kelce, Robert Woods. I don't know what this team's doing in 11th place.
Can you do it again?
Yeah, no. You know what? Fuck it. They're bold prediction. They're still finishing 11th.
Who's all in it again?
Matthew Stafford, Terry McLaurin, Juju, Joe Mixon.
Oh, that's Alex, I believe, right?
The reason I picked it,
Yeah, that's
I
Alex.
believe, is because the bench is pitiful. Outside of Damian Pierce, Cordero Patterson, that's a bust. Alexander Madison, you're hoping for an injury. Nico Collins,
Nico,
no.
let's go bowling.
Jahan Dotson, maybe, but it's not the best situation in Washington. Eno Benjamin's not going to play. Josh Palmer, I have him as well. I do like him. But that's going to also kind of be a by injury situation. Hopefully Keenan Allen or Mike Williams gets hurt.
So, for your key player, Alex, I remember on my sheet, like I said, I remember putting Juju, because Juju, I think it's either going to be like top 10 or like top 30. Like
yep.
there's just his scenario is so odd. And if he ends up hitting, your wide receiver recruit is not going to be terrible, but if he misses, you're in trouble. That's what I think. So
Yeah, I agree. Also, don't know what round you got Travis Kelce at, but I'm assuming it's first or second.
that was second. That was mid-second, I believe. Yeah.
It's got to pay off, and he's getting old. So I'm not a veteran guy. I like the young guns. Yeah, 10th place: Kyler Murray, Jalen Waddle, Marquise Brown, DeAndre Swift, Aaron Jones, Mark Andrews, Christian Kirk. I'm gonna guess
You already.
it's not Alex. Oh,
Oh,
did I guess?
you kind of already know who this is. We talked a little bit before, but
Okay.
yeah, it's the commish.
It is the commish, Logan. Sorry, Logan.
Where'd my Coke go?
Did I drink?
God damn it, Joe!
Where did my Coke
The
go?
guy, see, there's
Oh,
two.
it fell.
This guy.
Sorry.
But anyways, Logan.
Logan, I'm sorry as well, but your wide receivers are garbage. Although you do have a very nice squad of running backs, so hopefully that'll carry you throughout the year. And maybe you can trade one. Outside of that, man, Kyler Murray, maybe not. Christian Kirk is your flex. It's not the best flex out there. I know he just got a big contract, but I'm sure there was someone else there. Key player here?
Yeah.
I think it's DeAndre Swift, personally. I think he's going to have a real big year.
Mine was Kyler Murray for you, because He was such a roller coaster last year. You need the good Kyler, or you're going to be in trouble. And they might be streaming quarterbacks again, but like he's going to be tough not to start every week. But as we saw last year, that can hurt you a lot.
Yeah.
Obviously, he got hurt last year, but I think if he plays at that MVP level the first 7 weeks, you're going to be in a good spot. But hopefully he can study a playbook for 4 hours a week.
I think that's all hearsay. I think those are all rumors.
Yeah.
I think he's still good, but
Yeah, he's fine. He's good.
all right, next team we got Lamar Jackson, Tyreek Hill, Adam Thielen, Najee, David Montgomery, Dallas Goedert, and Antonio Gibson. If I had to guess, this one's gonna be Matt. No?
It is Corey.
Okay.
So what was this, 8th or 9th?
9th, yes.
Yeah. Go on.
Kind of the same thing with Logan's team. Your flex as Antonio Gibson. I know it's a 12-team league, so that does stretch out the teams, and maybe I'm realizing that now, and maybe being a little harsh, but I don't think Antonio Gibson's going to have a good year at all. Your tight end, not, could have done way better there. I'm a personal big tight end guy, even though it didn't pan out this way this year for me. I always like an early, solid tight end, never streaming, never worrying about it.
So, funnily enough, I've had to say before, Brad, Alex, and Corey were all my low tier. Logan, you were in my middle tier for teams. So, just to let you know. I'll go to my player for Corey. And I think yours was... It was either David I think it's David Montgomery. Although you have a Gibson... I'm gonna go. I think it's David Montgomery, because if he's having a solid year, your running backs are fine. Like he said, I'm not a fan of Gibson, even though I had him the last 2 years. Situation's changed. I think if he fumbles one more time, he's not playing again, and he fumbles every game, so he's gonna fumble. So I'm gonna say David Montgomery needs to have a good season for you. Have to clean up that running back room a little bit.
Yeah, the running back depth isn't great. Tyler Algier's probably not gonna see much of the field at all. Devin Singletary, who knows if he's the RB1 there. I sure don't. Yeah, and Antonio Gibson, I don't think he's got it this year.
Okay, thank God I did not do any kind of vacuuming my car before Joe got in, because there's gonna be so many crumbs all over this thing. But yeah, we can move on to the next one.
Next team, this would be 8th place, I believe.
Jesus Christ, this thing is...
Oh, look at that.
I don't know how to do this.
Is that grease or what?
Yeah, how do you want me to do this?
I don't know. That's all yours. Just
I
don't need any of that. I'm already full off of a quarter of this. Next, hot, just like this next team's. Let's see, they're running backs. I like their running backs. We got Joe Burrow, Deebo Samuel, and T. Higgins, and then we got Dalvin Cook, Chase Edmonds, T.J. Hawkinson, and D.J. Metcalf. But we also have Tony Pollard on the bench, and that's my key player for you this year. I think that's a good flex play, even if something's not hitting. DK Metcalf might be your guy this year. He's all over the board with the experts. No one knows.
Wow. That's a great pick.
There?
That's Nick. And this is where I say Nick's a high tier team. I really like it.
Okay.
I really like it. I mean, DK Metcalf being your flex wide receiver is crazy.
It's very high ceiling.
You don't need to worry about him sucking, because guess what? He's your flex already. You can put in Alan Lazard.
It's true.
Rondell Moore's supposed to be a breakout. And TJ Hawkinson might start off average. You got Tunyon coming back, and I mean, I like the squad. I put them as a top tier, and I think the player to be your guy, I think it's got to be Deebo. If he comes back the same way he did last year, your team is going to be unbelievable. You got to hope Trey Lance is good. But I think he's really going to be a huge person for you if he's like last year. It's as obvious as it gets, but still true to me.
Yeah, I think Debo's got to put up similar numbers to last year, and that team's going to be real good. I'm assuming Debo was a first or second round pick.
This is the most food I think I've ever ordered.
This is like, what, $50?
It was $40, but I tipped $8. I felt like a small joint.
They deserve
Super small joint.
Yeah, this place, there's a lobby and the kitchen, and that's it.
Nothing else. We got Nintendo games. We got a bunch of action figures. But yeah,
All right.
on to the next one.
On to the next one. Like this one for the stack. We got Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, Justin Jefferson, Elijah Mitchell, Cam Akers, Pat Freiermuth, Brandon Cooks, and the bench is looking pretty damn good too. I don't know why this team's not higher, honestly.
Want to guess who that team is or no? You might know.
That one's gonna be Jake.
It's Eric.
Okay. I can see it now.
The Jefferson was where I thought maybe you would know. But Eric, top tier for me.
Yeah.
And the reason why I put you top tier is because everything, like Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, and Justin Jefferson, as you know, don't need to do crazy things for that team to already just be stacked. If Elijah Mitchell stays healthy, you got your running back one in the 5th round, who could be your top 7, 8 running back because he's fast as fuck. Cam Akers is a little risky, but worth it. But then you came back with Josh Jacobs and Michael Carter, and you got your boy James Robinson again for like the 5th straight year.
James, that's a nice pick.
So,
and you guys are full PPR, right?
so even if we are. So even if Cam sucks, I don't worry about your running back situation that much. Someone's gonna pan out. So great teamy as always.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Eric. You should be probably top 3 easily. On to the next. We got Jalen Hurts, and we know this team. Jalen Hurts, DJ Moore, Michael Pittman, Derrick Henry, A.J. Dillon, Cole Kmet, Mike Williams. And a nice little bench, too, with Kareem Hunt sitting there and some nice wide receivers that could pan out as well. It's cracking top 6.
Top 6,
So,
I'll take it. I'll take it.
I hope you're happy.
I'm very happy about it. This is the one where he can see it says like it shows my slots, so he obviously knew it was my team when I sent it to him.
Different color, yeah.
So I think my key player that really unlocks the team is going to be Mike Williams. If he stays healthy and for some reason all of a sudden Keenan Allen's not getting the targets and Mike Williams is getting the targets, that Chargers offense, I just wanted a piece of it.
Yep.
And I think he's my key player. Like if he all of a sudden gets a target uptick, it's gonna be a wild ride with him. So we'll see.
Yeah, Keenan's unbelievable, but I'm always waiting for the drop off.
Yeah.
It hasn't come yet, and like Tom Brady, maybe this is the year. So
Woo! You're calling it here?
I'm not calling it. I'm saying I'm waiting for it.
Okay.
I've been waiting for the Brady drop off for years.
I'm top tier, obviously. Always have been, always will be.
Of course. Top 5 though, you are not, and that would be Derek Carr, Devontae Adams, Allen Robinson, Alvin Kamara, Travis Etienne, Zach Ertz, James Conner. Love this team. Love the stack of Carr and Adams. I think that's huge, especially in PPR. And your running backs are pretty damn good as well. Alvin Kamara, Travis Etienne. I think you probably got pretty good value with those, considering Adams was there as your first pick, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the bench, don't love the 2 tight ends. I think Zach Ertz is going to be fine, but you never know. If you don't have one of those top 3 guys, then you might as well have 2. Chris Godwin on the bench, Michael Thomas, that's unbelievable. Raheem Mostert might pan out. And you got Trey Lance in case Derek Carr doesn't work out. So I love it.
Yeah, he knows who it is already.
Do I?
Yeah. You told me you knew who his team was.
Oh, is this Mark?
It's Mark's.
Oh, yeah.
So Mark, top 5.
Yeah, I picked this out.
That's right in my middle tier. I said Mark's at middle tier 5. I think it's right middle tier.
I like it.
Key player. I mean, all of your players are key because they're fucking David Risky as fuck. But I think your key player.
Yeah, I'm not in on the Travis Etienne hype all the way.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Like, I think
I need
James,
to see it first.
But then again, he still has Kamara and James Conner, so I think like your whole team. I'm gonna pick your whole team as your key player because they can all fucking go off and they can all suck butt.
Allen Robinson, yeah.
Devontae Adams and Derek Carr are the ones that won't like automatically suck butt, but everyone else has like Kamara could have a video of him punching a guy. But Logan had a good point, or was it Logan? I think it was Logan. He didn't punch a woman, so the NFL might let him off easier.
It's positive.
We'll see.
What did he do?
He punched a man.
Oh, that's fine.
Like he fucking whooped his ass. Like bad.
Whatever.
All right, we'll move on to top four.
Top four in your league make playoffs?
Six.
Wait. I moved you up to 5 unless we skipped a team. I don't think we did, though. That was top 4.
All right.
Number 3. Russell Wilson, Jamar Chase, Jerry Jeudy, Jonathan Taylor, Breece Hall, Kyle Pitts, and Ramondre Stevenson.
It's a top tier team. Just listen to that.
That's just solid top to bottom. You got the number 1 pick, number 1 player, Jonathan Taylor. Probably the number 1 wide receiver in Jamar Chase. Russell Wilson is, I would argue, in a better situation. He's got a better defense. He's got 2 top-tier wide receivers, which he had in Seattle, but he's got better running backs. I think that Kyle Pitts, your tight end's phenomenal. That's just a top-tier team.
It's just a top-tier team. The Pitts pick, I think, is going to be unbelievable. But I think your key player has got to be Russell because you have Jeudy. And if Russell's banging Judy's butthole on fucking 80-yard bombs,
Love it.
then you got a fucking good pick there.
Yeah, I almost didn't even realize the stack. Yeah, you got a stack. I mean, you potentially have the number 1 player in 3, maybe 4 positions. I would go Breece Hall as your key player.
That was the other one I thought.
If he doesn't hit, I don't love your depth. Your other running backs on the bench are Kenneth Walker and Brian Robinson, which we all know how he's doing.
Bumhole.
Hey. So yeah, Breece Hall has to hit. That's I think that's my pick.
These Holly Poppies.
Ooh.
These things are gonna be hot as the dickens. They always are.
I can smell the spice.
Yeah, so that's a top tier team for me, obviously. So we can go on to the top 2, but before we go to the top 2, I want an official review. Joe, the Mott stick. You can try some of the Pizzone if you want to, or the Alzone.
But
what are you giving it?
It's a 10 out of 10. The price, the cheese, the taste, and I don't know if you noticed, but it's not a mozzarella sauce or a marinara sauce. It's actually his homemade pizza sauce.
Oh, don't even bring that up in this car.
Is that
That's a big debate between Eric Burton and myself.
Ooh, okay.
Is mozzarella sauce the same as pizza sauce?
Alfonso or the guy who owns it would say no.
And I agree, it's not the same. But that's like a 2-hour podcast if we want it to be. So let's move on.
I also agree.
It
is not the same.
I give the Mozzie stick a solid 8.5. The crunch is good. It's just a lot. That might be my only negative. But is that a negative or sours? Maybe not.
This is
I'll bump it up to a 9. I'll bump it up to a 9. The Alzone. Oh my gosh. I was eating it without marinara, dipping it in a marinara.
Wow.
It was cheesy, it was saucy. That's a 9.5. That thing was, if a Pizzone is like a 7.8, that thing's a 9.5.
I forgot you were comparing it to the Pizzone. It's unbelievable.
The jalapeno popper, live. I mean, it's got a good spice. It's got the, not cream cheese, it's got the,
little cheddar?
looks like it's cheddar. That's a good bite. I know it might be gross, but
Feast on that.
That's it right there. That's what you want to see. Joe, do you want to try one of these? Or are you good?
I don't.
Okay.
Turn here. Hopefully it doesn't mess up the audio.
I might be done for this episode.
Oh yeah, I can't take another bite.
I could eat more, but
I might puke. You might be the first puke cast.
Might be your first puke cast. All right, let's go to top 2. Alfonso's, West Allis. Get it. It's on the corner of 92nd and Greenfield.
Get it. Number 2, and I moved around top 3 quite a bit, so these are all interchangeable. Patrick Mahomes, Keenan Allen, A.J. Brown, Christian McCaffrey, Javonte Williams, Dawson Knox, and Amari Cooper. Great starting lineup, and I don't love the bench, but that starting lineup, that seems like it's going to hit every week.
Any guesses on who that is? You want me to let you know who the last 2 are?
Yes.
I don't remember, actually, so I'm not going to say. I only remember who this is. So I'm not going to say it.
Is this...
Oh, have you said Lobs yet?
I was going to say Lobs.
Lobs and Dan.
Is this Lobs?
No, that's Dan.
Okay.
The rookie, drafted number 2. Look at this. It's his first year
Wow.
in the league. Gets the number 2 spot by Joe's rankings.
I have hats off, golf clap for that.
Yeah, I mean, I gave him a top tier for myself as well. I think it was an obvious top tier. Like you said, that starting unit's just gonna. He got Mahomes really late in the draft. I think that makes it and that's why I put him as my key player for Dan, because you got him so late. If we're all idiots and he's like good again, you might have won the league with that pick. Cause,
Yeah.
I mean, and AJ Brown's health really matters. He's hurt all the time, but when he's healthy, my gosh, Javante's just gonna. I'm so high on him. I was mad you kept him. And then Dawson Knox I had last year, and I loved him because he just gets touchdowns. I mean, Josh Allen can throw. Like, you just got so many weapons on that squad. So I love it, Dan. Good job.
Cool. Let's pause before we go on to the final one.
Ooh, why is that?
Because.
We know who it is.
Yeah, but I gotta puke.
Do you?
Yeah.
Joe's got a puke. All right. Well, we'll
Edit.
Thanks, Joe. Well, here you get to see me enjoying In-N-Out for the first time ever dicked at a bachelor party. Enjoy my review.
Oh, too nice. Mm-hmm. Nice. You had like half of the stick.
I don't know what happened.
I might not edit that. We'll see. I mean, it matters how it sounds. Are you okay to finish the cast?
Maybe one more puke.
I thought you were kidding when you said you might puke.
Nope.
Well, on to the last pick. We know who it is.
We know who it is.
People, they saw us. We've been partying for like 30 minutes and some dude's just puking out the fucking side. Oh my god. So now what do you rate it? You going down from a 10 or are you going to keep it at 10? He's going down. Do you need something?
You want to read that last one?
Yeah.
I'm trying to wait for this guy to pass.
Just go to like some bushes over there.
I'm good.
So Joe's last
we're good.
pick is Lobs, Tom Brady, CeeDee Lamb, Sutton, Eckler, Dobbins, Waller, and Gabe Davis.
Yes. Another solid team. Probably shouldn't be first place. I'd realistically probably move you back to third, but what I do love is your bench. Melvin Gordon, I think you got him at a good value wherever you drafted him. I think that's going to be a 50-50 split. I don't think...
Wait, that's Jake.
Sorry, Lobs. Jake, I like your bench. I think Melvin Gordon's going to be a 50-50 split with Javonte. You have DeAndre Hopkins, who is suspended for, I think, 6 games, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, 6.
Um,
Want to tap your head? Or a little bit. Sweat.
a little sweaty.
Yeah, that's all right.
Thanks, buddy.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah, so once he comes back, you've got options out the ass. CeeDee Lamb's going to be great. Cortland Sutton should be great. Your running backs, I love. J.K. Dobbins is a question mark to start the year, I believe, coming back from injury, but he should hit. I think that's your key player, too. is J.K. Dobbins, because if that goes south, you do have Melvin Gordon there, but it could be a waste of a pick. I'm sure there was a running back run in your draft that had people panicking, and
Yeah, Jake I gave I think I
Mid-tier?
gave Jake mid-tier. Yeah, just because Gabe Davis, you're really relying on him to have a great one season, which he very much could. I know everyone's very high on him.
Yep. He
Dobbins, I'm really questionable about, though. I'm not sure if his health is ever going to be at full strength this year. That's my... So I think your key player is going to have to be Dobbins, because if he's not healthy, that just throws you're going to have to find a running back, because Melvin Gordon, while he's good, he's not going to make it do as your second running back.
Yeah, and I think Tom Brady will be fine again this year. Maybe the drop-off happens, maybe it doesn't, but he's got weapons there.
Lobs is the last one we didn't have.
Did we miss Lobs? Son of a bitch. Sorry, Lobs.
Lobs has...
Dak Prescott?
He has Deke and Dak, yeah.
Yep.
That might have
Dak
been...
Prescott, yep, you're right.
And I have Lobs as a lower tier is what I had him as.
I have him at 7. So, mid to low tier. Yeah, let's go through it. Dak Prescott, Cooper Kupp, Mike Evans, Zeke, Leonard Fournette, Dalton Schultz, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Love the Amon-Ra at your flex. I think he could easily be a wide receiver 1. Your running backs are where it's questionable. I don't know how I feel about Leonard Fournette. Zeke, same way. I think he's going to split too much time with Tony Pollard. They liked him too much last year. Dalton Schultz, you're just leaning a lot on the Dallas Cowboys. And I don't know if that's the team you want.
Well, it's Cowboys and it's Buccaneers. So Lobs, when you're drafting, I remember really liking your players, and I never really looked at it. But you're half your team starting is either going to be a Tampa Bay or it's going to be a Cowboy. And if I'm being honest with you, with Tampa Bay's line problems with the center, I think Brady might struggle a little more. But Evans, in a way, your team is almost too safe as well. I don't see any breakout players on that list. Amon-Ra St. Brown might be, but he kind of already broke up. So, but I think Mike Evans is safe. I think Zeke is safe. I think Fournette is safe.
And I like that. I'm a big floor guy.
I'm a big go for the ceiling. But we'll see. I mean, it's just tough when you have 5 total players that are between 2 teams. So
yeah, and looking at your buys, even with your bench included, weeks 7 through 9 are going to be rough for you. So I hope you're at least 500 by the time that hits, because
we'll see.
It's going to be tough, but there you are.
So from there, I want to go on to what was the next topic we were going to talk about? I sent it to you. One was best draft names, but with my phone up there, I don't know how I'm going to do that, actually.
I got them.
You do have them?
Oh, your best draft names? No.
So maybe we'll skip that one, because we've been going for 30
funny
minutes.
League stories, and who were your must-have people this year?
Wait, who are your must-have people this year? So we kind of talked about some players already, but for you, who were they?
So I kept Austin Eckler. That was a big get for me. I would have reached for him regardless.
From 1 to 3.
I guess, whatever. But I drafted 9th out of 10, so I was very happy to keep him in the back of the first. And I guess I didn't really have any key players that I wanted to get. As the draft happened, though, I did, because my second pick after everyone was stolen from me was Stephon Diggs. So coming back in the third, I wanted a stack. I needed a stack because it's the only way I felt my team was going to be any good, with sort of a lack of running back depth. I got a lot of handcuffs. I got Tony Pollard. I got Jamal Williams, and I don't know who else I told you before.
Yeah.
So
I think for my guys who I must have was Jalen Hurts. I picked him over Kyler, and I feel like that was kind of interesting. But I did not want to lose on Jalen Hurts. I really wanted him, and I really had it planned that I wanted A.J. Dillon as my running back too. I just feel like he's a league winner if things go the way I think it is. Like the second half of the season, they're going to rely on him more, I feel like. Even if I think the first half they very well could as well. He's kind of risky for me because like I took him in the 4th, I believe, making sure he did not lose.
I was gonna ask what round you got him
but
in,
with the keepers, it kind of changes things, you know. Like,
yeah.
So I took him in the 4th. So I think either him and Jalen were my two like I needed to have.
Okay. What round did you get Jalen in?
Jalen was 6, I believe. It's either 6th or 5th. I forget if I got him going that way or coming back. But yeah, I mean, I just wanted both those guys. I was comfortable with AJ as my second running back, so I was willing to reach on him for that reason. So there's that. What we could do now is talk about the funny league stories.
Yeah.
Because Joe, obviously, they have a league with like Brock and all them, Alex Holm.
Yeah, first I'll address allegations from, or a question, I guess, from the last Sowcast, which is, yes, you can trade in weed in our league. It hasn't happened yet.
Ooh, you can trade weed.
I would allow it as commissioner. So,
if you guys listen to this on the other side, you heard it here first.
Yeah, so funny league stories. I guess one of the first years, we have a trophy named after it, but Jake Hansen drafted Chester Taylor with his first pick, like the year Adrian Peterson broke out or whatever, and was the guy. And everyone's like, Jake, he's not the starting running back anymore. And I think Jake went on to take last that year. So we named the Chester Taylor Award to the lowest scoring team of the week and hand that out every week.
Oh man, that's bad. That's a bad one. I guess I'll go with, I mean, there's so many, but I feel like you guys all know it, so it's probably not as funny for you guys to hear these stories over and over again. We just talked recently about Kevin spilling his beer at the first pick of the draft, and we had to cancel that draft, or pause that draft. But I'll go with the famous Nate Gurleson story, where we were all in Brad Cito's garage, and this is when we were in high school drafting, and we all looked around and we're like, hey, Kevin's next pick, we're gonna all just blow up. We're all just gonna blow up no matter what it is. Comes around to Kevin, and he's like, I'm drafting Nate Burleson. Whoa! We all stood up, like Brad ran out in the yard, started like throwing things, like, what? And Kevin's like, what? No! You know what Kevin gets. And then it's like, what happened? And Brad's like, you didn't hear? He turned into a girl. Nate Gurleson. And oh my God. The look on Kevin's face when we all like blasted up and like ran away was worth it.
That's great.
That was a long time ago. So that's why I want to bring that one up, because there's some pretty funny stories, but I feel like that one's not talked about enough.
I think my favorite from ours is one year we had planned on drafting on Yahoo, and a couple days before the draft it was like, fuck it, we're just gonna draft on ESPN.
These guys are coming for Joe.
Yeah,
to
sorry.
send him to the hospital.
No, we're good. Yeah, a couple days we're like, fuck it, we're just gonna keep drafting on ESPN, which we always have and probably always will. But apparently Nick didn't get the memo, so Nick was drafting on Yahoo while everyone else was drafting on ESPN, and Nick was auto drafting on ESPN. About like 8 rounds in, he finally calls one of us and he's like, hey, you guys are all auto drafting, like, what's going on? And we're like, what's going on with you? We're drafting on ESPN. And he picked someone's keeper and lost like his second round pick. Ended up going on to win the championship.
Yeah, so there you go, Jake. Your strategy of auto drafting Hawkinson last year could have worked out.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's a good auto draft. I don't think we had any auto drafts this year, but
we did not. Dan got down to like 3 seconds a couple times. It was like his first draft in a while, so it's kind of it was understandable. But like I was worried for Dan a couple times. I was like, Dan, because it makes that one like noise at like 9 seconds on Yahoo.
Do you guys have punishments for picking other people's keepers?
We don't
have
problem? Keepers in our draft.
Okay.
The Yahoo, I'm not sure if ESPN allows it, but no Yahoo, like you can like put keepers in.
You put them in. Okay. ESPN just did that this year.
Okay.
And so this is the first year that no one picks.
We did have a problem one year of that where I forget who. I think Chris Ayo might have picked someone's keeper, and then we just said, okay, that person's gonna draft your person. Like during the draft, we were able to make it like work. Where like he's gonna draft whoever you want at this pick, and we'll swap them later. So he still got penalized for it, but it was in a different way.
Yeah, lesser.
Yeah.
penalty. So yeah, this is the first year that no one picked someone else's keeper and lost.
Good
a draft
for you
pick because
guys.
of it. Yeah,
Good for you guys.
we're improving.
Yeah. So I guess I didn't do best team names. Sorry, I don't have it. It's on my phone, and it's just I don't want to stop it.
Do you have any good ones throughout the years that you remember?
Well, yeah. I mean, I can tell you a couple of good ones already this year. Jake has Tom Brady and Cortland Sutton.
Okay.
So he is Cortland Tom.
That's a great one. It's
Logan
topical within the league.
Yeah,
and
Logan has
player name.
Logan has
That's great.
Kyler and Jalen Waddle, so he's Kyler and Jalen Carr.
Okay.
That's a good one. I'm Wessel Snipes.
I like it.
Eric's always Dab Daddy. That's a classic. Mark. Oh, what did Brad just change it to? It's Watts under the towel or something like that.
Okay.
It's something like that.
That's a good one.
Watts under the towel or something. So that was pretty good.
Did he draft Deshaun Watson?
No, I know. I think
Deshaun Watson.
Brad just always has random names. I love it.
I might pick him up and throw him on the bench.
I can't think of any other ones off the bat. Like Alex has Woods in it. It's like Woods. Would you look at that? Is Alex?
That's lame.
Dan's is O Behave, and it's Odell's.
OBJ.
It's Odell with Austin Powers' face on
Okay.
his head. So
That's all right.
that's a pretty good one. Mark is still Flint Tropics because he's gotten 4th place 2 years in a row. That's a pretty good one. Corey's a new start from Arrested Development.
Okay. All right.
I'm not sure if he's gonna change it or not.
Because you had that one for a while.
Yeah, since last year. Matt's More Money, More Problems because he spent $100 on Naheem Hines 2 years ago when who got hurt? It was Marlon Mack got hurt. Matt spent all of his fab budget on Naheem Hines. That's also another funny story.
That's a good one.
He was like, "What's my first year doing this stuff?" I was like, "Matt, like you could have."
For 100. Yeah. Sorry, Matt. That's pretty bad.
If I missed it, CD's Nuts Up Your Butts was Lobs.
We had a CD's nuts in there.
Yeah.
It's classic.
Yeah. I can't think of any more. Did I say Logan's already? I forget if Logan's had one. Logan had one. I think Logan does have a different one. But obviously it's not good enough. I think my favorite is I hate to say it, but I think it's the Cortland's Tom.
That's a great name. It would be my vote for best.
Although
name.
I'm just a fan of I just keep on making names of people from Auction North. It doesn't matter about my team. I just did Wessel Snipes is it this year, and you guys are gonna get sniped. So I think though that's gonna wrap it up for us. We only had a couple pukes this time.
Yeah, only. 2,
Okay, so
3.
we'll say for Alfonso, if you want to go to Alfonso's, just please don't. You got to eat something else before the day because Joe did not eat anything.
Yeah.
So just a quick tip: if you're going to go to Alfonso's, it was delicious.
And you only need one mozzarella stick.
You only need one mozzarella stick. I mean, I'm glad I tried more. I'm gonna have a lot more later tonight, but that shit was good.
I'm bumping it down to a 9.
I can't wait to beat all you guys this year. And Joe, good luck to you in your fantasy season.
Good luck to you.
Hopefully, we get some championship trophies in our abodes. See you, boys.
Adios.